right, breaking news here today on the National Soccer Network as Flo Balogun will be playing in tonight's game against Belgium in the round of 16. It is confirmed he is going to play. They have no further cause to have him not play. He's going to play fully in this game. Whether he starts or not, that is to be determined. If he plays in the game, that is to be determined. But he is going to play. He's at least available to play no matter what. It's up to Pochettino to play him or not, whether he's a substitute or not. But it is official. Flo Balogun will play against Belgium tonight. I don't think he's going to start. I think he is going to come on in the second half. I don't believe he's going to start tonight's game. I do believe it is going to be a Ricardo Pepi type of a game. However, he will play tonight. Flo Balogun is available to play. Belgium has lost their appeal. No matter what is said about the decision, he is going to play, whether you hate it or you like it or you just have no opinion on it at all because it doesn't affect you. He is going to play. That is up to you. But just a couple of quotes coming in from Rudy Garcia, the Belgium head coach. I thought the World Cup was in July, not April. It's now April Fool's. Garcia said Sunday through FIFA's interpreting app, we're not defending the national team or the federation. We're defending football. And Balogun, of course, he does have 3 goals already this tournament. They've already expressed their displeased with all of this. The federation also alleged FIFA deliberately removed this section concerning the automatic suspension of players from its presentation at the U.S.-Belgium match coordination meeting. The topic had nonetheless been part of all such things before each of the previous 4 matches. The statement said RBFA questioned FIFA both orally and in writing about the reasons for this change, yet once again received no response. So again, I still believe that the U.S. men's national team knew that Flo Balogun was going to play this whole time, because obviously this all happened on last Wednesday. I believe that the U.S. men's national team knew about this come Thursday, that Flo Balogun was going to play or this was going to be overturned, because you can hear in the pre-match briefings that Belgium didn't know anything about this. They thought that he wasn't going to play. It was not mentioned at all. However, he is going to play today. I think the USA knew about it, because if FIFA had a real wrongdoing, if FIFA knew that this is a horrible decision, it was completely wrong, our bad, they would have rescinded this back on Thursday afternoon. This would have been resolved by Thursday afternoon. Again, make sure you guys get your comments in there, get your thoughts. We'd love to hear what you guys have to say about this. So Psycho says, what an effing joke. So I can already hear his this. Please make sure you guys you hit the like button, share it. And all that fun stuff. Obviously, we're going to be back here live for the Portugal-Spain game and also USA versus Belgium game. But anyway, I think that they knew about this from the beginning. That's why this was announced yesterday afternoon. I think this was about noon yesterday, so July 5th. So that is 4 days after the fact. That's just over 24 hours until the next match, or till this match here today. And if you think about it from Belgium's perspective, obviously as a USA fan, I absolutely love the U.S. men's national team being a part of having their star striker here. However, I do believe from the Belgium side perspective of things, they are upset with it simply because of the fact I think that they were planning on not having Flo Balogun play. I think that they were fully prepared that they're going to have to defend a Ricardo Pepi or a Haji Wright. I still think Ricardo Pepi does start tonight against the U.S. men's national team. Let me know if you guys think that they are going to start Fuller and Balogun today. I don't think they're going to, but the U.S. men's national team will be playing will have Flo Balogun available. But I don't think Belgium understood this coming into the match. I think that they all fully prepared he was not going to be a part of it. Jeffrey Goings in the chat. Billions of football fans around the world now want to see the USA lose. The USA has done a great deal of damage to the sport of football. Even though the players and fans are not to blame, this will damage the U.S. team's reputation for years to come. I think many Americans don't realize what they've got themselves into. I don't think they've ruined the reputation at all, because I think this is simply to the fact of people that aren't involved with the sport actually got themselves involved with the sport. I think some higher-ups that were not even involved with the U.S. Soccer Federation got themselves involved. You can also blame FIFA for this, because FIFA was one of the people that, or was the governing body that revoked on this. And if you also want to get upset, you can blame FIFA for the Cristiano Ronaldo debacle. So that is what I'm going to say. I think if you were to point the fingers at anyone, you don't point the fingers at Mauricio Pochettino, the players, Fuller and Balogun, or the U.S. Soccer Federation. I think you blame FIFA FIFA, I think you blame Infantino, and I think you blame potentially the White House as well, because they're the ones that made the call for this. But no, you do not blame. I don't think the USA has ruined their reputation. I don't even think the U.S. soccer has a reputation even ruined at this point in it. But it is going to create an exciting sidebar. So Psycho says USA lost a friendly against Belgium this year 5-2. Yes, they did. They lost in March. Craig, cheated by changing the rules for players and teams entering the country, cheating and colluding with FIFA to change rules, all for an anchor baby who they want to do. All right. I don't think, dual nationals are all over the place. Hello to Frank. No, Dr. Fred, nobody crying this hard about the favoritism Messi got or Morocco, like it's selective enforcement for their feelings and emotions. They can get over it. Yes, the Messi situation. I still don't think it is the same thing. I will always say the Fuller and Balogun red card should have been a red card. I will firmly believe that. I can see where some people don't think it is, because if you use the common sense element, I think that is definitely something you can talk about. But I don't believe that the Messi situation is the same exact thing. The challenges are two completely different challenges. One involves the ankle making an L. The other one just goes through the back. And so, Psycho, I was actually going to get involved with that. You heard Thomas Tuchel talk about it yesterday. What is stopping England from appealing Kwanzaa's challenge? What's stopping England? Because technically England can or could appeal that technically, right? If they felt that it was some wrongdoing in the VAR process. I did hear that there was some VAR process, some wrongdoings there, but that is definitely something you can get into. Let's see here. The Morocco thing is definitely something too, due to the new dual nationals. I mean, every nation has dual nationals. Morocco has French, Spanish, and Dutch dual nationals that aren't even, and Canadian dual nationals that aren't even from. So you can't say that the U.S. has just fully dual nationals all over the place, and they changed the rules so they could have these players. Balogun could have played for 3 different countries. He could have played for the U.S., could have played for England, and he could have played for Nigeria. And he could not make it at England, as Arsenal sold his ass for like $50 million. He was not going to play well at Nigeria because Nigeria isn't that good, and he wanted to play with the U.S. men's national team instead. So there's that. Let's see here. Not exactly a cheap coach now, is he? Is he not exactly a coach that has been chosen by the federation himself? Referring to Pochettino there, Frank? Not exactly a cheap coach now, is he? Not exactly a coach that has been chosen. U.S. football was involved for sure. I don't know. So Psycho's been there. Ash Trump, what he thinks of, I don't know what that means. Poch is funded by billionaires, so I'm sure it's done by higher-ups. You could say that about any club in Europe. Man City, Real Madrid, Barcelona. They're all funded by billionaires. So
why they don't revoke England's red then, though? I just saw from
that's what I was talking about with Kwanzaa. Yeah, there's nothing stopping England now from doing that. So like that's all I'm saying is simply because of the fact that is simply because of the fact that there's no line drawn anymore. Like, what is, I don't really know that. I don't think there's been another red card in this tournament that I can think of that is kind of controversial. But like, there's nothing now. Let's just say Belgium wins this game tonight. They get let's just say Kevin De Bruyne gets a red card today. What is stopping Belgium from appealing that and getting Kevin De Bruyne to play in the quarterfinals? There's literally no line drawn across this anymore. Basically now, based on that challenge, the only red card that probably wouldn't get appealed or successfully is a punch, an elbow to the face. That is the only one. The Federation could not pay his paycheck. Yes, it has been reported that there's a group of people that have been funding it. But if you can also say that based on all of world football, there's tons of people that fund stuff. Like it's just the way that it is, and that is just how America funded Pochettino being signed and being the head coach of the U.S. men's national team. Totally different when it comes to the national team. I don't know how is it different. Is there a rule that says that you can't have any outside funding? Well, Senegal probably would love some outside funding. They're still sitting in Seattle because they haven't had any money, and they don't even have money to pay to feed their players because they're all been door dashing everything. So that is why that Pochettino is funded by the big boys. There's a group of people that have been funding the Pochettino signing as the manager. That is simply it. Goncalvo. They talk about Balogun, but Ronaldo got pardoned 3 games last World Cup for the same reason. There's your precedent. Exactly. That is another thing when it comes to this whole situation is why wasn't Ronaldo then upended? Why wasn't Ronaldo set to the same standard? So basically, this all kind of appeals from Cristiano Ronaldo. Cristiano Ronaldo kind of started this whole thing when it comes to everything. Black quill. A red is a red. Yeah, I would say so. I still believe that this challenge was a red card. Am I upset that Balogun is not playing? No, because every nation, even if you're not a U.S. men's national team fan, whether you're a Mexico fan, Netherlands fan, Morocco, Spain, Portugal, whatever it is, if your best attacker has the same chance, let's put Harry Kane yesterday in the same exact situation. Let's say Harry Kane had a red card, the same exact tackle as Fuller and Balogun, and then all of a sudden today it comes out that, or in a couple days' time, the day before the Norway game, it all comes out and says, okay, Harry Kane's going to play. England would be loving it. England would not be upset. Let's say for Spain, Lamine Yamal, same thing. He gets approved. He's able to do that. So guess what? Every nation wants it. If your best player was a red card, and the majority of Americans will say that this, even the pundits, even the American commentary, all the American soccer elite, whatever you want to call it, thought that this was not a red card. You would love to have your best attacker back out there. So it's not tainted. This match will not be tainted. They're not winning the World Cup anyway. It's not like they're going to all of a sudden win the World Cup. You can not play Fuller and Balogun if you really want to, the U.S. men's national team. Pochettino still has to write Fuller and Balogun's name in the lineup sheet and still sub him on the field. Pochettino still has to do that. So even if he doesn't play, you can't say a word. All it is that he is available tonight for the U.S. men's national team. I don't even think the U.S. is going to start Balogun. I think they're going to play Ricardo Pepi over him anyway, which means that Christian Pulisic has got to play. But all I am saying is that he is not going to, he doesn't have to play if Pochettino does not want him to play. It's as simple as that. So that's all it is. Am I upset with the process of how this all happened? Yes. I think this should have been handled on Thursday afternoon. Thursday afternoon, it should have come out and said, you know what, Fuller and Balogun is going to play. It was our wrongdoing. We didn't go through the exact protocol that we should have because they did not go through the right protocol for this at all. So that's exactly what I would have been upset about if I'm Belgium, and they have a right to be upset about that. However, Belgium is playing now, and Balogun is going to be play. It is not tainted. It's not tainted at all. If they win this, look, the U.S. men's national team is not getting past the quarterfinals. They're not winning the World Cup. So that's exactly what it is. If they win this game, it's tainted. So what? Belgium, it stops Belgium from getting blown out by Spain or Portugal in the next round. That's what it stops. That's what it stops right there. That's what it is. All I'm saying is, what? They win one game, they get to the quarterfinals. I'm just saying, there's a lot of worse decisions that have come out. What about Morocco? Why isn't Morocco talking about them right? Why is no one talking about Morocco right now? They went to court to fight off an AFCON trophy that they lost fair and square out on the field. Why isn't anyone talking about that then? Why isn't everyone so upset about Morocco? Yet when it comes to the U.S. men's national team and Fuller and Balogun not playing, why is no one so upset about that? I understand why that there's no protocols against the red. There's no appeals from So Psycho. You're correct. However, this came straight from FIFA. It's not like all of a sudden President Trump or the U.S. Soccer Federation just went to FIFA and said, you're overturning this call. Like, they didn't, just take their hand and do it. FIFA in Infantino had to make this decision. They had to go back there, and they understood the backlash. They understood everything. So that's exactly what is going on. I still believe the U.S. knew that he was going to play. I think everyone knew that he was going to play on Thursday. I think the U.S. men's national team knew it. But the issue that everyone has, and I personally have, is that Belgium did not know about this at all. And based on hearing some of the things that I just read at the beginning of this, you can rewind back to it. They didn't mention this in the pre-show at all, or the pre-meeting for the show, I guess, or for the game, I should say. So they are not That's what Belgium's upset about, and rightfully so. Again, keep getting your comments in there. Make sure you guys hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't already. Obviously, doing a watch party for the game as well tonight. My bad, Fred. Wait, Balogun's red card went to court. Yes, Belgium did appeal this today. They had to submit it by 5 a.m. to this past morning. They did it. It went to court. They literally appealed it yet again, and FIFA said that he's still good to play. Don't say that. We now have 16% chance of winning. We were in front of Spain, top 2, just after France. Really?
I'm against you with everybody else, Ryan. I think that U.S. is going to take it.
You think USA is going to win?
Yeah, they're going to win.
You think the USA is going to win?
Yeah.
That'd be the best USA thing to do, is just to shut everyone up, right? Like, Balogun's going to score and do this. Balogun's going to score and just put his hands on his ears. That'd be pretty sick.
I mean, I will say, though, I think part of the issue with all of this is really, first of all, here's the decision. I mean, the decision they said is RBFA is not a party to the proceedings and as such has no standing to appeal the decision. Well, then why did it take so long for you to say that? This is my thing. Like, I think all of this in general, it's all about the media hype. Like, flat out. It
is putting, and I think you might be onto something there, James, because again, soccer not that big in America. All of a sudden, you put some crazy ass sidebar like this. People might be
you create a Law and Order episode. Heck yeah, they're gonna watch.
I mean, it could be a crazy marketing scheme from FIFA and U.S. Soccer Federation. So I mean, I'm just saying it could be.
I mean, if they had no standing to begin with, if that's their decision, then why was that not the first decision right out the bat? Why do you even have to discuss it? If they never should have been there in the first place, why discuss it?
Exactly.
So clearly, this was all a tactic. That all of the suspension is, the suspension of the year, taking them out of the game. That it's all to create that hype. Yeah, the U.S. We're hosting today, right? We're hosting. We want to make sure that the people are watching. And what does America love more than drama?
Drama.
Yeah,
more drama.
More drama. Exactly. More drama.
Exactly. And you look at it, and I'll get to the comments here in a second. There again, if you look at this whole situation. I mean, that referee on Wednesday was horrible. Not even just the challenge itself. I thought he was horrible both ways. And this is a referee that got caught fixing games. Are we really going to take the word from a referee that has fixed a handful of games down in Brazil?
Yeah.
Are we really going to take his word for it? I'm just saying there's lots of things that are going on. There's a lot of moving pieces, a lot of different factors in this one. Again, you can disagree if it's a red card. You can disagree if it's not a red card. That's up for you to decide. I think I can see it as a yellow card. I still believe that it is a red card and he should have been sent off and he shouldn't be playing in this. But just because he's available to play does not mean he's going to play today. Because I'm just saying, in his preparation for a game, I don't know if Flo Balogun is going to play. I don't think he's going to start. I don't know if he's in the right mindset. You can't just be in a little soft mindset going into a World Cup match like this. This is the biggest game in U.S. men's national team history. You've got to be able to show it. Let's see here. Fred, on top of the trophy in court, they fought to get, don't forget, towards visiting fans. Oh, we're talking about Morocco. Gotcha. Yeah, they were Morocco. I don't know why no one's bitching about Morocco. You're right, Fred. Good call, though. In Poly Market, Argentina fell in top 4, Spain to top 3, USA after Belgium climbed to top 2. Jeez, the fix might really be on. Jonathan Watson, who's back in here from earlier this morning and inside the game. So did FIFA finally say why they decided to suspend the suspension of Balogun? Haven't seen anything. James, if you see anything, just let me know.
I've been kind of looking. And I have not seen any reason why they're actually doing it.
Okay. I have no idea. 12-0's Burr, the president personally reaches out on your behalf, and you think he won't play LOL. I don't think he's in the right mindset mentally right now. I don't think he's in the right mindset mentally, unless himself and he knew Balogun, that being Balogun and Pochettino, knows that, you know what, he might play tonight. He's going to play in the next game. But I just don't see a place where Balogun starts tonight unless they knew, like I've been saying back on Thursday, that they knew this was going to get appealed and they wanted to keep it under wraps until the day before Belgium. That's the only reason. I just don't think Balogun starts tonight because I don't know where he is in his head mentally. I hope he feels like he's got a tough, thick skull, I guess, mindset. I don't know. He can block out the noise, but I just don't think a place where he is going to start this game. They suspended due to Clause 27 of FIFA World Cup book. Yeah, that's where they can.
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now, but I don't see exactly why they did it.
Yeah, I think it is because so here's the thing, guys. Here's the thing. If again, what 27 is that they can overturn anything that they want. So whatever it is. According to the White House spokesperson, the call took place the day after the game, allegedly. That's why I'm saying I think they knew about this on Thursday, 12. That's why I think that. So here's this. If this is not a USA hosted World Cup, this doesn't happen. However, we've had JP Del Camera on the show, and he has said the best tournaments are when the host nations go farther. However far, like look at Russia in 2018. Russia makes it all the way to the quarterfinals, successful World Cup. Brazil in 2014, maybe not as successful simply because of the fact that they lost in the semi 7-1 to Germany in that infamous game. Maybe that's the issue. But again, Canada and Mexico are out. Canada hasn't played at home in a couple weeks. Mexico is now out of the tournament. For a World Cup to be successful, sometimes you have to have the host nation go far. And USA is the last hope, the last CONCACAF team. They're the last hope of the host nations to go super far. But that's why they're doing this, because you've got to have a host nation go far in a World Cup. Like, it's simple as that. South Africa, Qatar didn't really have that situation. And USA, if they get to the quarterfinals, guess what? I could care less how it happened. Guess what? That's all it did is it happened. That's exactly how it happened. Is the USA got to a quarterfinal? No one will care how it happened. All it did is happen. Do you think, honestly, Argentina fans care the amount of PKs that they got in the World Cup? Do you think they honestly care? No, they don't. They won a World Cup. That's all that matters. Do you think, myself as an Arsenal fan, the amount of Arsenal fans out there care that we scored a ton of goals on set pieces? Do you think people care about that? No. They won the Premier League trophy. That's all that matters. If the U.S. were to go and win the World Cup now, and they just won 1-0 because of own goals the rest of the way, do you think people care? No. They could care less. If your team was given this treatment and you got this, you would be ecstatic for it. If this was England and Harry Kane got this treatment, England would have been ecstatic. And you're right. 12. Fox and FS1 viewership would tank if the USA were eliminated at this stage. If the USA makes it to the quarterfinals, you're still keeping everyone engaged throughout the entire tournament. Like most American sport fans, like we said earlier on the podcast Inside the Game earlier today, you can catch at 9 a.m. Eastern time. We said it that American sport fans, when it comes to the Team USA sports, they really don't follow the sport all the way through. Like, all of a sudden, you throw Team USA on something versus another country, all of a sudden the whole country's tuned in. I don't know how it happens. I generally don't. I don't watch a ton of hockey. I don't mind the sport, but I don't follow it the way I do soccer, basketball, and football. But all of a sudden, you put Team USA in the Olympics with the big boys, the NHL, against Canada, you bet your ass I'm watching. You're watching, again, not a big baseball guy. You put Team USA in the World Baseball Classic, you bet your ass I'm watching. Like, that is what it's happening. And the comparison I used earlier this morning was you could put grandma knitting, world grandma knitting, and you put a USA grandma versus an England grandma, all of a sudden you got millions of people tuned in because they want to see the USA grandma beat the England grandma. Like that's as simple as it gets. Like, people will tune in. And not a ton of people watch the game of soccer. Not a ton of people follow it. It's not everyone's favorite sport, but you guess what? They are going to watch the U.S. men's national team tonight, and as James mentioned, the marketing, the sidebars in this game, I bet you that, again, the last game eclipsed 31 million views on Fox. I can't imagine what tonight's going to do because of all the sidebars and all the extra stuff. Let's see here.
You know what? I think to add to that, I think that's another reason why they're not going to start him, but they're going to play him later. Because the whole time everybody's going to be wondering, is he going to, I guarantee you, Fox, every time when there's a substitution coming up, are we going to see him? Are we seeing Flo coming out? And I guarantee you, last 15 minutes, they'll have him go out.
Yeah, I would agree on that. Jonathan Watson, New England Patriots don't care about their 6 Super Bowls happen either. W's to W is their motto. Do you think they care about Deflategate? Do you think they care about Spygate? Do you think about any of that? The Patriots won. That's all that matters. That's all they care about. Michigan fan, right? Michigan football. Everyone says Michigan cheated, spies, Connor Stallions. You can think all you want about it. You can say all you want about it, about the whole little situation about them stealing signs. I could care less. Michigan won a national championship in football. It's still there. I could tell you that they're guilty, but guess what? Michigan football won a national championship. I don't care how it happened. Let's see here. Benito, they hate us because they ain't us. Hit the horn on that one, James. 12. Competition is our favorite sport. You're right. That's what it is. When you put USA versus another country, we are going to compete. And the fans are going to get them behind them. Now, what does this do for the game? I'm curious to see how the U.S. men's national team players react. I'm curious to see about that. But again, they have also been a part of this group of players. Hold on. How many 2022 World Cup USA players are on 2026? Let's see. 13. Let's also not forget, guys. I mean, Flo Balogun is a first timer. Pepe, Freese, Richards. Was he really? He was injured back then. Robinson, Arston, Freeman, Anthony. Those guys. No, Jedi played. These guys this group of players have already been a part of chaos. Do I need to bring up the Gio Reyna fiasco back in 2022 with Berhalter and the dad? It's almost like we can't have a quiet World Cup, but they've been a part of chaos like this. They've been a part about the Gio Reyna fiasco back in 2022. This fiasco is probably less than what happened in 2026. The only people, maybe it's more because in 2022 it's just about internally. 2026 now everyone hates it, but everyone's talking about how everyone is hating on the U.S. We do realize that this is a home match for the USA, right? It's not like we're going into Anfield. It's not like we're going into Camp Nou or the Bernabeu or the Allianz Arena. We're playing in Seattle, where the most ruckus sports fans in the country are in Seattle, the 12th man. Do you genuinely think those Americans care about what's happening? All they care about is that you hate them and they want to beat you so bad now. Like, that is what the U.S. men's national team's of. Like Alexi Lala said, is it USA against the world? Bring it on. Bring it on. That's exactly what it is. Benito, just like the great Sonny from Bronx Tale said, nobody cares. I generally don't think the U.S. cares. The U.S. men's national team does not care what they say. And you know what this means? Again, this brings back to Michigan football. Michigan football, during that national championship stretch, was told that they're cheaters, they can't do it, whatever. It all of a sudden just creates this cloud and this little dust cloud of delusion within the team itself, where the coach Harbaugh was like, they don't believe that you guys can win this fair and square. They don't believe that you can do this. Go out there and prove it wrong. What is stopping Mauricio Pochettino after saying this? Why not us? And his little cloud of delusion can now go up to this entire team and say, they don't think you guys can win fairly. They don't think that Balogun should be playing. Now go shut him up. That's exactly what they're going to do. Hi Desrat. Young heads might not realize the state of soccer in USA back during 1994 World Cup. It birthed the MLS. We had no soccer-specific stadiums then. Now we have 27. Excited to see the state of U.S. soccer in 20 years. You're 100% right. You're 100% right. I mean, you think about it. If this storyline happened in 1994, no one would give a shit. Nobody would care. Everyone would be like, oh, that's cool. Who is that guy? All of a sudden, you get a whole bunch of eyeballs. 24 million people. 24 million people eclipsed at 31 million people tuned into this. By the way, you can tune into the watch party if you want to hear comments and your thoughts on the game. You guys can do that later on today at 8 o'clock. But 31 million people saw this yesterday, and all of a sudden, if you scroll through Twitter, you just see an American Twitter account, or American Twitter, American soccer account. Guess what they're all saying? They're saying Belgium's scared. The world hates us. And that's the one thing that you don't want to do, is you don't want to get the world against the USA, because we all know what happens when the world goes against the USA. We all know what happens. Should I bring up the gold medal with Steph Curry and LeBron James? Should I bring that up? They didn't want to see that team succeed. They did it anyway. Want to see the hockey team? They did it anyway. And no one gave the Miracle on Ice team a chance. Oh, guess what they did? In 1930, the Miracle on Grass, no one gave the USA a shot against England. Guess what? They did it. So that's exactly what it is. You don't want to give a team like this a just a sliver of we don't like you. You don't want to do that. Have the U.S. men's national team played in front of 80K yet? I don't believe so. I don't believe they've done that. Goncalvo, Polymarket, France #1, USA #2. How is USA a second favorite to win this all? Spain third, fourth.
I told you, Ryan.
Yeah, I don't see the USA winning the World Cup, guys. I don't. England.
Well,
four.
enough people think so because they're #2 right now.
It's Polymarket. It's not the greatest one. England
We're
4.
gonna trust it.
Argentina 4, Portugal 5, Norway 6, Colombia 7, Switzerland 8, Belgium 9. Hey, I mean, if we saw the referees' decisions that we saw back in last night in the Mexico game, yeah, that's all I gotta say. CenturyLink is 70K. Okay, gotcha. All right. Well, I think unless you guys got any more crazy comments, I think that's gonna wrap it up. We've been here for about a half hour. I was gonna say 20 minutes to do this, but you guys were liking the comments on this all. Again, hit the like button if you have not already. We've already got 5 likes in there. If we could get it up to 10, that'd be pretty cool. Appreciate every single one of you guys for coming in and commenting. We will be doing a Spain-Portugal watch party just about in an hour, I think, technically. Yeah, it's going to be in an hour. And then the U.S. men's national team game will obviously kick off at 8 o'clock as well. You can catch that all right here on our YouTube channel, NSN, also our Facebook, Roku, and I think that's about it. So if you guys want to hop in the chat as well, get your comments, and we potentially see Cristiano Ronaldo's last game. But now, after the live, go check the stats I've sent you. Okay, I appreciate it. Goncalvo, hope to see all you guys back in the live stream later on today. Would be awesome to see all you guys. And again, I'd much rather talk with you guys than try to create and all that. Dr. Fred says, thank you all for the show. Go USA. Go USA. It's a great one, Dr. Fred. But anyway, appreciate everyone that is watching today. Appreciate every single person that has commented on this live stream. I'll see you later today for all of the games. I need to be more optimistic, I guess. Guys, I got to believe it to see it. USA hasn't beat anyone yet. Let's see if they can beat it here against a top 10 team in Belgium tonight. This proves that they're legit or not. But anyway, until then, see ya.